It's another Wednesday here at work, and right now I don't get peace. It's kind of difficult, especially when you have to share your office with the parent center, and it makes for a fun time. So my excuse today for chilling at lunch, because I am on my lunch until about 1:15. I'm at lunch until about 1:15 today. I am testing a new microphone. I just picked it up for one of the live, I guess they call them town halls or something like that. I don't know what they are, but it's for the parents to be able to speak into a microphone. It's called a blue snowball, which I'm glad that the word snow is in it, because it's kind of, but it looks like that. It's a snowball, and it's an actual microphone. Kind of looks like one of those old school, like 50s, everyone crowds around the mic and sings at the same time kind of microphones. It's USB, and it's compatible with both Mac and PC, and it's good for making. It's supposed to be good for doing like webcasts like this, and it just sits there right next to my laptop. Can't see a dang thing, and then my camera up on the Mac. So that is what I'm doing right now. Is finding an excuse to test new equipment that for the remainder of the school year isn't going to be used by anybody else. Maybe to record some Blackboard Connect stuff that we need to send home to the parents, which I'm going to have to record one and stuff like that. Ooh, Mr. Almeida, haven't seen you in a while. How you doing? Cool. Yeah, I'm glad that the sound is great. I'm going to probably screen the playback when I replay this, and yeah, we have a pretty good connection here at school. So, and it's lunch, so no one's on a Chromebook. Well, maybe they're transitioning, I don't know, but good stuff. So I do appreciate the feedback there, and appreciate the fact that I have no feedback on this microphone, so that's really cool. So I'm in Ask Me Anything mode. If anyone's interested in this microphone, I think it costs anywhere from about $50 to $60. Comes in 3 different colors. It's kind of cute. It says Snowball. It's cute looking, and looks good on your desk. So, and I've seen people actually. There's pictures of people playing their guitars in front of it. So yeah, if you're interested in the blue microphone, I can send you guys information about that later. So, aside from that, let's see what else is happening today. Well, we're getting ready for CASP testing, so if I have any administrators or teachers in high schools or any of the public schools, you probably are getting ready for CASP testing. We're running off of Chromebooks this year, so I don't have to get the insane what happened last year where I had 150 iPads that weren't working and they all needed a factory reset. I don't have to deal with that anymore. I have Chromebooks that work. There's no big deal. So it's okay. In addition to that, had a broken lock today. This thing was actually, this whole piece here, the shackle, completely came off. And so I had to remove this little tiny pin right here, really, really tiny pin. And to do that, I actually had to borrow a rare earth magnet from my science teacher to coax the pin out so that I could grab it with a pair of pliers. Yeah, making it fun here at CRMA 4 in my little corner of the world, somewhere in South LA. Woohoo! Yakety schmackety. So yeah, we're winding down. I think officially it's like 28 days left in the school year. I'm looking forward to it. Granted that this is actually where I take my break, because as soon as July comes around, that's where I have to do inventory, the biggest inventory. Yes. Yamaha or Honda? Ooh, that's a hard one. If I was going to say, well, I mean, as you know, I own a Yamaha, so I could be a little partial to the brand in general, but it also depends on what style you're talking about. between Yamaha and Honda when it comes to sport bikes. It's, oh, that one's, let's see. Come to sport bikes, I actually prefer the Honda CBR over the Yamaha R6. It's more of a ergonomics question and also the way that the engines run. So that's a personal style thing. If I was going to say sport touring, it's going to be Yamaha. Well, I have an FJR 1300, and the Honda ST 1300 is no longer available to the public as of 2015, I believe. And so you can't even get an ST 1300 unless it's used or you're a police officer. So I'm going to say Yamaha wins there. Adventure bikes, it's going to be the Africa Twin versus the Super Tenere. I have ridden both. I could go into depth about the new DCT technology that came out on the Africa Twin. That has actually gotten my attention. It's basically a clutchless automatic and is a dirt bike as well. The Yamaha Tenere, though, is still it's still after me. I actually prefer that one. You know, did you ask Siri that, Evan? Ask Siri. I'm not asking. Cruiser or touring? Okay. Cruiser-wise, I am still partial to Yamaha for that one. For the cruisers, my all-time favorite is, oh yes, Mr. Almeida, I will continuously have fun actually working IT. As of actually today, I have officially retired from substitute teaching. As a response to they're not paying me enough. So I'm going back to my tech work without much of a penalty anyway. Okay, so back to the cruiser thing for Alan. I am a fan of the Yamaha Raider and the Yamaha Stratoliner, which are both 1900cc engines. That is a favorite of mine. Touring-wise, it is a crapshoot. As I had mentioned, the ST1300 is no longer available to the public. And the FJR is still running in its 15th year of model. So, and they just added a 6th gear to the 2017 FJR. So, yeah, I have to say though, if I was going to just put my opinion out there, I think Honda kind of fell off the wagon in the design, or at least the aesthetic department, because some of the bikes that have come out by Honda are, in my opinion, and this is my opinion only, ugly. They're just disgustingly ugly. The new Rebel that came out looks cheap. I mean, you know, if you know what a Honda Rebel is, it's the 250cc little miniature Harley looking thing that they've been making since pretty much 1986. They finally changed it in 2016. It looks horrendous. I mean, I would just Google that and then put them side by side, and the classic fun is gone. It looks too modern. It's not as fun. That's my take on it. Although I am a fan of the CVR. That is a fun ride. It's a very smooth engine. I found the R6 to be a bit jerky, but really, you know, if you're deciding to take that thing to the limit and be on a track, I hope you're on a track when you're doing it, not on the 405 at like 2 in the morning. I've seen that enough times. I mean, we can even ask Evan here. Like, there was one time I'm riding with Evan, and if you don't know Evan, that's my boyfriend. And we're on the 110 coming home, and he's in the lead, and I'm following behind, and we both had our intercoms on. And this dude on a cruiser, a really, really big cruiser, and I'm not going to mention the brand here, but decides to cross 4 lanes and crash right into a wall. But while he's underestimating the exit and jumping off an embankment, it really didn't look good. Fortunately, the guy was okay. At least he wasn't dead at the scene. But man, that was some nasty stuff. So yeah. Not big on that. So speaking of the motorcycle thing, here's the update on that. So as you know, on Monday, or at least if you were on my Instagram, Two-Wheeled Tourist, that's TWO, not the number. I went to work that morning on Monday, and I was on the 105, and there was a massive car fire. It was a single car fire. It had there were 2 fire trucks there. And it ended up that the car was a total loss, and traffic had stopped because of the looky-loos and the fact that 2 lanes were closed. Well, while I was having to lane split through all of that just to get to work, I somehow hit a industrial-sized staple to the front tire right in the middle of the tread. And I didn't find out about this until I started my bike and was getting ready to leave for the day, and I could not wheel my bike backwards cleanly, and I realized my front tire was flat. So I had to go and have it towed. Now, as you know from last Tuesday, I ended up having to tow Eleanor all the way back from Long Beach because the headlight connection had failed and I couldn't ride home in the dark. Well, I called my roadside assistance, which is through the American Motorcyclist Association, which they use, their provider is Road America, and they had informed me that I could not request services less than 7 days apart from each other, which meant that I had to actually pay out of pocket to have Pam, the Versus, towed back to my dealership. Now, that absolutely sucks. That absolutely sucked, and I had to pay the guy. However, the towing guy that I use, SoCal Moto Transport, if you're interested in getting a number for a good tow guy who does nothing but transport motorcycles, let me know. I will send you the number. He tows me, and we get there to Pacific Yamaha right before they close, so I was able to drop it off. So it's been a pretty expensive week, motorcycle-wise. I'm down 2 motorcycles. I'm back to the car. But I guess with my kind of lifestyle, it's okay to have 3 vehicles, because when 2 break, at least you have 1 left. Knock on wood, my car, which is the newest vehicle I have, is not going to do something stupid in the next week or so. So I'm hoping for that. Eugene, I haven't seen you in a while. I hope you are doing well. And chilling on today's little coffee chat here. I still have about 9 minutes of lunch. So, yeah. Yeah, but you're like BMW and stuff. It's a tire. It's not, unless you could figure out what's going on with the electrical connection on my Yamaha that is deciding to be dumb, but it's still the engine's still working, so I'm not complaining. Yeah. I still think, though, more people should do random Facebook Lives just for kicks. I know some people are camera shy, but I've kind of stopped caring, and sometimes I just have to say things randomly. I try to keep it clean most of the time. Like censoring my day that involved tacos. Yeah, because tacos are good. So, yeah, so right now I'm waiting for my motorcycle, well, at least one of them, the one with the tire issue, to be finished, for them to finish restoring. I'm not talking to myself. I'm doing my webcast. Would you like to join in? I'm on Facebook. There are my coworkers making fun of me during lunch while I test this microphone for technology purposes here. Yes, I'm talking inside the blue ball.
Oh, you took away my blue ball.
I took away your blue ball. I am using your blue ball right now. I'm speaking to it.
Make sure you talk really close to it.
Well, I'm not talking that close to it.
You have to worry about being discomfort.
Yeah, see, you have to eliminate discomfort. You really have to give it space to recover.
Exactly. It does need to release that stress.
This is what happens when you have your guy coworkers, one of them being the security guard and the parent engagement specialist. Is this the kind of stuff that you want your students? Yeah, sure, whatever. Shut up, Mr. Blue Ball. No, seriously, it's a blue ball. Like, it's not blue, but it's a ball. And I had 3 choices of colors, so I went for the shiny blue ball. Yeah. These are fun. I think I should do lunch hour powwow or something like that. In future broadcasts, I'm really hoping to try some of the open source streaming software that would allow me to actually take whatever I have and I can do split screen. I can switch to for example, I wanted to show you something on my computer or something that I'm looking at. I'd be able to switch back and forth. I'm still trying to figure this out. I'm actually pretty new to that. In some cases I just do it very avant-garde and just mount my phone somewhere and then talk for a while, like when I was stranded last Tuesday at in Long Beach, which it was really cool to see a lot of you guys again. So I'm gonna keep doing this. This is fun. And also, like I said, if there's any like random topics that you want me to talk about in a future broadcast, I think I might start doing this maybe as a series, or I could do these as vlogs, or even YouTube Live this. If I do YouTube Live, though, I'm trying to see, like, those would have to be scheduled, but maybe that would be fun. So, let's see. I don't know. I don't have too much else going on, but this is lunchtime at what grinds your gears? Oh gosh, what does grind my gears? Oh, what grinds my gears? Okay, well, let's see. Like that one time when there's a problem that's been happening all day on the computers, and then they don't tell you about it until 3:19 p.m. when dismissal is 3:30. Yeah. It's like, if a problem happens, could you at least just tell me now? Get it over with. Fess up. Otherwise, I'm going to find it, and I'll probably pull like a Liam Neeson and find you and judge you or something like that. So that's what grinds my gears there. What other things that grind my gears? Oh. Well, I can talk about my insurance issues, but that's... Okay, so here's another one for my longtime Facebook friends. I got about 5 minutes left before I gotta pretend I'm working again, and then I have to pretend I'm not working, and then pretend I'm working again. So the other day, or as you know, last April of 2016, I ended up being the hapless victim of a red light camera citation. And it was one that I lost, and it cost me $490. And what had happened was, I tried the appeal, and the appeal didn't work, but they did allow me to take traffic school. So I went and took traffic school. And I passed traffic school because it was like the $5 one where it takes you like 20 minutes to do all the tests and they don't time you. So I basically went in, just killed the test, and then got my certification, certificate that I passed it, and they were supposed to send it to the DMV. Lo and behold, I find out yesterday, when I'm realizing why my insurance has gone up so badly, that it wasn't transmitted properly. So the good news was, I contacted $5 Traffic School, which is who I went through. They sent me a confirmation saying that they did send it, and then sent me the number for the hotline for the people who take care of such things at the county. So I called the county number, and the lady online is super, super nice. And she goes, okay, well, let me check what's going on. I'm going to call Inglewood Courthouse for you, and then I'll tell you what's going on. So then I give her my number, and then she calls me back in like 30 minutes and said, yeah, so nobody followed up, but it just didn't get transmitted properly. So we retransmitted again, and as of right now, your record is clean again. So I'm really glad my driving record is now clear again, and I was able to call my insurance and take care of it, adjust my policies as I needed to, and actually ended up saving a ton of money in a couple changes. So I'm really glad for that. But yeah, it's funny and really cool, but the the ticket citation is not as convoluted as I was thinking it was going to be, and I thought I was going to have to stand in line at the DMV at Hawthorne tomorrow and just waste my time. I'm really thrilled about that, and hopefully I'll be able to renegotiate my insurance policies once Eleanor's policy's up in October. So I'll be able to combine policies and even save more money. Granted that, when it comes to insurance in California being as expensive as they say it is, just be glad you don't live in Michigan. That was the biggest takeaway that I got from my time out in the Midwest is I really hope you don't have car insurance in Michigan, because it is one of the highest in the country. It's pretty bad. I think New Jersey's is pretty bad too, but I need a couple of my Jersey friends online. Yeah, I drank bottles when I was there. I drank bottles. I'm not even touching. Although I was far enough away from Flint that I didn't get to experience firsthand what's going on. So I have my coworker over here, and I'm almost out of time. But he's providing feedback because he's actually playing my live broadcast. And so there's a bit of a 4-second delay, and it's really throwing me off. So with that being said, I am going to sign off now and clock back into work, but it was fun chatting. Yeah, no, that's totally throwing me off, dude, man. Anyway, with that being said, I will catch you all later, and another random broadcast another time. Cheers.